Welcome back to Sorare Assist. Got some top under 23 Belgium Pro League talents to tell you about today. Some well known, some not so well known. Best thing is as well is that it's the end of season sale, so you can pick these players up at the best price. Before all that though, welcome to the Sorare Assist YouTube channel. If you do like this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram and of course Twitter. And for more free Sorare content, please check out SorareAssist.com. You can also now become a member of this YouTube channel by clicking that join button below. You'll get early access to all these scouting videos. And if you're not signed up to Sorare yet, use the link in the description below to get a free limited card and 13 common cards. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get stuck into today's content then. As I say, today I'm going to be highlighting some under 23 players in the Belgium Pro League. With that league concluding shortly, this is the best time to potentially snap up some of these players. I've been searching for the teams in the Belgium League, looking for some under 23 talent that fit the Sorare scoring matrix. Today I'm going to be highlighting these players. This is part 1. There will be a part 2 as well of this video series next week. This is part 1. I'm going to be highlighting defenders and also a couple of midfielders this week. Next week I'll be highlighting the rest of the midfielders and the forwards. Okay, without further ado, let's get stuck into the first selection then. So the first player that caught the eye was Noah Mambamba of Club Brugge. Only 17 and he's a central defender. If we look at his game here from the 15th of August 21, where he got 80 minutes for Club Brugge, he's got 3 interceptions, he has 2 tackles, he's also won 100% of his ground duels and also 50% of his aerial duels. Now if we look at his passes, he's got 52 accurate passes and with a 93% accuracy. He's also got 6 accurate long balls out of 8 and he also managed a shot on target. This is looking very impressive to me for a player who is only 17 years old. On the Sorare at the moment, his limited is going for around 38 and his rare price could be picked up potentially on auction for around 200. There is a card on sale at the moment at 658, but obviously you're going to probably get a better price in the auctions. Just have a quick look at his scores. You can see here there's plenty of substitute appearances here, but he has got a score here of 89. And this is obviously the last game where he actually got more than 5 to 10 minutes. He's actually played 80 minutes and this is the game that I highlighted. He's got 89 in that game from his fantastic stats that I've just shown you guys. So he's looking very promising, especially at only 17. Another good defender is Nathan Nagoy of Standard Liège. Only 18, is 19 in June next year. He's a defender who mainly plays on the right, really, the right of defence. Looking at his stats then from this game, 20th of March. This is the last time he got some real minutes and played the full game, in fact, played 90 minutes. 1 interception, 3 tackles. He also had 3 ground duels out of 4. His pass numbers look good at 27, 75% accuracy, and he's also completed 2 long balls out of 7. This was actually a victory as well for Standard Liège, 1-0, and the 18-year-old managed to keep a clean sheet here in 90 minutes played. We've also got this game here back in May 21 where he played 90 minutes. This game he really impressed. He's got 5 interceptions, 7 tackles. He's also got 6 clearances in this match as well. He's won 7 ground duels out of 9, which is looking really impressive to me. His pass numbers was also looking good at 52% accurate passes, 87% accuracy there. So he looks another good player who was only 18. In terms of his price, you're looking at around £11 for his limited and around £100 for his rare card. Looking at his scores then, we can see some decent scores, and this 100 score here on that match that I've just highlighted to you guys, which is one of the rare occasions where he's had 90 minutes. Obviously this is due to him being very young. As you can see, a very good prospect if he does start getting more first team football in the future. Another one that caught the eye is Louis Patrice of Laverne. Only 20, again defender who plays on the right of defence. In this game here from March, where he got his chance at playing 90 minutes. He had 2 clearances, 6 interceptions, 4 tackles. He's also won 5 ground duels out of 7 and 3 aerial duels out of 4. 22 accurate passes as well to boot, and he also had 4 accurate long balls out of 7. At the moment, Patrice is going for £8 on his limited and 71 on his rare. Looking at some of the scores then, we can see here he's got a couple of games recently. This is the game that I highlighted here, where he's got a score of 94. He's also got a 59 here and a score of 84 back here when he also played another 90 minutes. As you can see, when he's playing, he's getting those high scores. Looks really cheap to me, this, for a quality player. Another good one is Moses Sissaka of Standard Liège, 21-year-old. Again, another player that plays at centre-back on the right of defence. In this game here on the 3rd of April, recent game, he actually scored in this game. He also had 3 clearances, 2 interceptions and 3 tackles. He won 100% of his ground duels, he had 19 passes, and also the one shot on target that obviously resulted in the goal. He's only 21 and he's actually started 17 games this season for Standard Liège, so maybe he could become more of a regular next season. His rare limited at the moment is going for around 15 and you can grab his rare card for around £155. He has under 23 eligibility until 2025. Looking at his scores then, as we can see, he's recently got into the team, like I say, and he's been getting some impressive numbers here for a defender who's only 21. Looks a really good option. Another really good option is Valentin Ozonwefor of Sporting Charleroi, although it does look like he's going to be returning to Galatasaray after his loan move. Now, he's had an impressive season at Sporting Charleroi and he's started 12 games, most of them recently, and as you can see, he's on fantastic form. In this game from the 10th of April, he's had 4 clearances, 1 interception, 2 tackles. He's also won 100% of his ground duels and 50% of his aerial duels. He's got good pass numbers at 42 accurate passes with 95% accuracy and also completed 4 accurate long balls out of 5 attempted. This is looking really impressive and he's had a good season at Sporting Charleroi and he could potentially get into a Galatasaray team that has struggled this season. At the minute, his limited is going for around 54 and his rare is going for around 509. So a bit more expensive this one, but he is really on terrific form at the moment. As you can see here, he's got some fantastic scores, which is probably attributed to his high price. Looking at another defender then, we've got Stelios Andreou, who also plays for Sporting Charleroi. Only 19, he's actually played 23 games this season. He's actually started 23 games this season for Sporting Charleroi. Although he's not played some of the games recently, he has been on the bench for the majority of the time. But he is only 19 and still obviously developing. He's a central defender. In this game here from the 19th of March, he had a really good display with 2 clearances, 1 tackle, 1 interception. He won 100% of his aerial duels and 50% of his ground duels. He also had 58 accurate passes with an 83% accuracy and 50% long balls was successful. His limited is going for around 21 at the minute and his rare is going for around 215. As you can see from his score graph here, he's got some really good scores, some in the 70s and a few in the 60s as well. This is decent considering he's not really got consistent first team minutes recently. Another good defender is Zeng Ozkakar of Louvain, but it looks like he is due to move back to Lyon where he was on loan from them. Now, is he going to get into the Lyon side? That is another question. He could do, he is impressed here, and it is reported that Leo Dubious could be on his way out of Lyon, so there might be a place here for Ozkakar to slot into that team potentially. Looking at this game from the 2nd of April, so a recent game here, he had 1 clearance, 3 interceptions and 4 tackles, which is brilliant. He also won 5 out of 6 ground duels, and he had 39 accurate passes in this game as well. Not only that, he was showing some good goal threat with 1 shot on target and 1 shot off. He also hit the woodwork as well in this game, so he wasn't far off getting a goal. Looks really impressive and that's reflected in his price. 21-year-old is going for 32 at the minute on his limited and around 374 for his rare card. Scores wise though, absolutely brilliant scores. And for this price, for a young player, this looks really good to me. His price is probably suppressed a little bit by the fact that he is potentially going to go back to Lyon, and we don't know whether he's going to be a first choice starter at Lyon or not. So that is something to consider. Another good option is Majid Sadiq of Genk. Only 22, plays again on the central defence, generally on the right. And in this game from April, so a recent game here, he had 3 clearances and also 5 tackles. He's also won 5 out of 7 ground duels. And he's got a fantastic 82 accurate passes with an even more impressive 95% accuracy. This is looking very good to me for a player who is only, as I say, 22. He has started 21 games as well this season for Genk, so he's looking really impressive. He's got under 23 eligibility until July 2024, and at the minute he can get his limited card for around 16 and his rare for around 173. As you can see from his scores here, he's got a couple of scores of 100, which shows the talent that this kid has got. It does look another very good option. Another option, and probably an obvious one, who looks really impressive, is Sergio Gomez of Anderlecht. Only 21, the left back has had a fantastic season at Anderlecht. Started 34 games, he's actually scored 5 goals and got 11 assists. He's looking absolutely fantastic, but you are going to be paying a hefty price for this player. But it's one that I wanted to highlight anyway, because he's probably worth the money. He's played 84 minutes in this game from the 3rd of April. He got an assist in this game, surprise, surprise. And he got an assist and a tackle. He also won 100% of his ground duels. And his attacking play looks absolutely fantastic here. 41 accurate passes, 89% accuracy. He's also got 3 key passes in this game. And he's also attempted a number of crosses as well. Not only that, he's created 2 big chances in this game. Looks an absolutely fantastic player, this guy. In terms of his price then, as I say, you're going to be paying a hefty amount for this guy. His limited is going for around 111 and his rare is going for around 787. But if we look at his scores, since he's been getting first team football, he's got consistently high numbers and we can just see a sea of green here on his score graph. And he's got under 23 eligibility until July 2025. So on to midfielders now then. The first one I've gone for is Francis Amuzu of Anderlecht. The 22-year-old is an attacking right back and he can play on the left as well, left of the front 3 as you can see here, or left wing. He started 8 of the games for Anderlecht this season, so it's not really a first choice yet, but his stats are looking impressive. From this game where he got 88 minutes in the 3rd of October, he actually got an assist in this game. He had 18 accurate passes, but he also had 2 key passes in this game and also created 1 big chance. He also shows some good goal threat with 3 attempts at goal. His ground duels, he won 5 out of 11, which is good as well for an attacking player. So it looks like a very attack-orientated player, this guy, and it looks like he's creating plenty of chances. His limited card at the moment is going for £15 and his rare is going for around 137. He's got under 23 eligibility until July 2024. In terms of his scores then, we can see some really good numbers here, which makes him look very cheap on his rare. As you can see, a lot of these low numbers are probably where he's not really played that many minutes, he's just come on as a sub. But if we look at these high numbers, it's where he's played the majority of the time, 90 minutes. So when he is getting those 90 minutes, he's scoring those high scores. So definitely one to consider. And the final player this week, and another midfielder, is Georgi Shakvetidis of Ghent, but is on loan at Hamburger. He is due to return to Ghent on the 30th of June 2022 when his loan concludes. Whether Hamburger are going to try and obtain him, I'm not sure, but he could potentially get some opportunities at Ghent next season perhaps. He is only 22, he's not 23 until August 2022, and he's not started that many games for Hamburger either on his loan unfortunately, but he does look a talent and he's also a Georgian international as well. So if we look at this game where he did get his opportunity when he was playing for Ghent, his stats are looking really, really impressive. This is from the 26th of September before his loan moved to Hamburger. He played 78 minutes in this game. He actually got an assist as well. He had 2 shots on target. He had a 100% success rate in terms of his dribbles. He had 25 accurate passes, 83% accuracy. He also created a big chance, had 2 key passes. This looks very impressive to me. His ground duels, he also won 8 out of 13, which again looks really good. Not only that, he chipped in with some interceptions and tackles. So these numbers are really stacking up for me. It looks a very attacking, creative player. Limited card is going for around £12 at the moment, and you can get his rare card for around £86. At the moment, at the time of recording, there is a card on offer on the market for £122. So it'll be interesting to see what happens to this guy next season, whether he does start to get some minutes for Ghent. as I think if he does, he's going to be getting some good scores. And if we look at his score graph, as you can see here, these low numbers are again when he's not getting many minutes. But when he is playing, like this game here where he's played 80 minutes, he's got 62. He's also played in this game here 19 minutes, so he's still got 70. 78 minutes here and he got an 88 score. And this score here of 88 where he played 90 minutes. So when he is getting those full minutes, he is performing, especially for the Sorare scoring matrix. So it looks another good option to consider. Okay, so that was all the options for the under-23 in the Belgium Pro League. This was part 1. Part 2 is going to come up next week, so make sure you stick around for that. Subscribe to the channel if not done already. If you do like this video, smash that like button. And if you want early access to scouting videos like this going forward, join our Patreon or become a member of this YouTube channel. You'll get early access to all the scouting videos. Okay, is there any of these players that caught your eye? Do let me know in the comment section below. Do you know of any future transfers or what the future holds for any of these players in terms of clubs next season? Do let us know in the comment section below so anybody watching this video will have that extra information. Okay, thanks for watching then, and I'll see you again soon.